Welcome to Get Smart Office Edition.
The show where we help you laugh about and get better at office life.
I'm Shannon.
And I'm Laura.
And it's Friday.
Woo! On Fridays, we share the real stories that inspired our skits and tips that we share on Mondays and Wednesdays. Plus, you get to hear the bloopers that our editor thinks are funny, and hopefully you will too.
Now, let's get smart.
And silly.
All right, welcome to Friday, Laura.
Yay, Friday.
Woo! So.
That was unenthusiastic, sorry.
It's okay.
Yay, it's Friday.
Woohoo!
Okay.
All right, so the skit was loosely based around a story you told me. So would you like to share with everybody?
Sure. There is someone that I know, that we know, who got moved, as in his cubicle near his teammates. He got moved away because there was an HR complaint lodged against him for the crime of having a body and passing gas.
I just can't even.
So yeah, that is what happened. Somebody went to HR. I know for a fact that this person changed the kind of milk that he was drinking that week, and so it affected his digestive tract, and farted loudly accidentally. It's not really something you can control. In the office, somebody got disgusted and went to HR and had him physically moved away from the rest of his team.
So this happened over like the span of a week.
Yeah.
And they complained to HR.
Yeah, it was just a couple of days or something like that. Yeah.
And HR took this complaint seriously.
Yep.
And moved him.
Yep. And this was almost 2 years ago at this point, and he is still not moved back by his team.
That's insane. It is legitimately insane. Like, I just want to go to...
It's a real story.
I just want to go to the person who made this complaint and be like, please take this microphone with you everywhere you go, because I want to know how many times you fart audibly.
Right? Right? It's like, oh no. And the crime of having a body is a line from one of his other coworkers who's like, oh no, you have bodily functions. Let's condemn you for it.
Honestly, if I was his teammates, this is just what I would do. I would go make a complaint to HR that they moved my teammate, making my job harder because of the other person who made the complaint about him having a body. Yeah. like I'm just like, if you want to be stupid about it.
And the person, right. So not only did this person not talk to anyone else like a reasonable adult, they went to HR after a week or maybe less, and also decided to stay anonymous.
Of course they did.
And then the person I'm talking about, he also got in trouble for calling that BS.
Which it is.
Yes, but for using, was it explosive or aggressive language by saying the letters, this is BS. So that's my story about how you can take the I'm going to go to HR right now thing a little too far.
Yeah. I have one of those too, but I was a manager of the person who got complained about. I had somebody working for me who is a very, very helpful person. She wants to help everybody. And we jokingly, called her office mom, even though she was younger than most of us. So wants to help everybody with everything. No problem. She can help. So a person in a different department sent out an invite for a lunchtime event for everybody. And our department was included, as were many other departments. So my helpful coworker, the person who, my subordinate who worked for me, she decided to put the event invite up onto our intranet in our department space, like for the part of the intranet that covered both our department and this other department, so that it would be convenient for everybody and they would be able to go on the intranet and see it, right? So she was trying to be helpful. Well, the person who was creating the event got absolutely tweaked about it because she had sent out the email. And why would you take it and then put it on our, on our department page? And instead of the person who sent out the email going to my subordinate and saying, hey, by the way, there was a reason I didn't want to put it up there and here's why. Could you please take it down? Instead of doing that, in which case my subordinate would have said, oh, I'm so sorry, and immediately removed it. The next thing I know is I get a call from HR as my subordinate's manager. And the HR director says to me, hey, Shannon, so I just want you to know that we've got a problem between these two people because here's what happened. And then she told me what happened. And I was like, okay, so why am I getting a call from you? Why didn't she just tell her to, that there was a reason she didn't want it up there? Well, because clearly your subordinate is, trying to take over everything and control everything. And I, as a manager, could not just pop off, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me get back to you in a few minutes. I'm going to go talk to her and see what's going on. So I talked to my subordinate. She's like, oh no, I was just trying to be helpful. I didn't realize that this was going to be a problem. I'll go take it down right now. I was like, okay, cool. Thank you so much. So I call HR back and I'm like, all right. So as I expected, she was just trying to be helpful. The HR director says to me, she's like, well, she needs to not step on other people's toes and try to take over things and da-da-da-da-da. And she's going on for a long time. And I can tell that the person who made the complaint is sitting there with her and that they're buddies, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're buddies. And so I was like, okay, I've got the point and I will talk to her about it. But please understand that this could have been handled very simply by your subordinate saying very simply to her why she didn't want it up there. This did not need to escalate, and it's been a waste of time. I will go talk to her about this, but let's think about this in the future. Right. And I left it like that. I went and talked to my subordinate. I was like, hey, next time before you post something that somebody else did not post, when they sent out an email about it, just ask them first. And she would have said, no, I don't want it up there. And it would have been the end of it, right? So it was like, as a manager, it is exhausting when you get calls from HR because somebody made a complaint against your employee for something ridiculous that could have been handled in a totally adult manner that did not need to happen.
Now, what if you've been called and told that the person was farting?
Oh my gosh. If I had gotten that phone call as a manager, I think my response would have just been
to laugh.
No,
Okay.
I would have had to take a couple deep breaths first. I'm going to say that. And then I probably would have said, please tell me who does not fart. Because if you can find a person who does not fart, we can have this discussion about moving my subordinate.
Yeah.
If you cannot produce such a person, this is the end of this.
Yeah.
And we're not having this discussion, and no, you're not moving my person.
Yeah.
That would have been my response.
Unfortunately, I don't know the other side, the supervisor side of this story. So I can't.
I happen to know that particular company and that particular manager.
Okay.
And I think it's very possible he could have gotten bullied by HR.
Yeah, that can happen.
I don't know, but
yeah,
I just, there are times when you should report things to HR.
Yes.
And I think you and I both have had times where we didn't report stuff to HR. We probably should have.
Yes. I would say that it's more common for people to not say something and keep things to themselves
until it becomes a really serious thing.
And the exception is the the bodily functions and the oh, somebody hurt my feelings by posting something.
Not something mean, just something trying to be helpful.
Just something. Yeah. I don't know. We don't need to get into those.
Yeah. There are good times to report things to HR.
There are good times, refer to your company's harassment policies.
Yeah, and know when you've crossed the line into harassment. That's the other thing. It's there is definitely a line, and unfortunately, I think that you've got the two extremes. You've got either the extreme of people who think everything is harassment, or you've got the extreme of I'm just never going to report this because I don't want to cause a problem.
Yes.
I have definitely been the person who leans more toward the I don't need to cause a problem here. there's been a couple instances in my life where I probably should have said something to HR. I'm still here. I'm not dead. We're fine. But it's one of those things where it's like, there's a couple of times I think maybe it would have been a good idea.
Yeah. That it could have led to the other person being disciplined, which may have been a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. And even if like I'm secure enough in myself to deal with situations like that, sometimes people who you see doing a behavior that isn't just like, they're doing it to other people too, not just you, and you're strong enough to deal with it. Other people may not be that strong or may not be like, feel like they can do anything. So it might be time for you to go to HR and say, hey, this happened to me. And also I'm seeing this behavior with other people.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think understand the line, and always, obviously, you need to feel safe in your workplace. If it's a safety issue, immediately go take, like, that's not even a question.
Yeah, our two examples, not safety issues.
Not safety issues. I'm sorry. A fart is not going to kill you. It may be unpleasant, but it is not going to kill you. You may not want to
hear it, but you will survive.
Yeah. It's like in the movie Robots. There's Aunt Fanny. Have you seen this movie?
No.
Okay. There's a movie Robots. Aunt Fanny, Robin Williams does one of the robot voices.
Okay.
Aunt Fanny is this like older auntie lady who takes in all these robots who don't really have like a home. And she has a very, very bad flatulence problem to the point where the like robot light pole outside her house when she farts literally fell over and was like, lady, see a doctor. So, okay, that one might have been a safety issue because literally like the person who's like outside her house passed out from this. Like, okay, that might be a safety issue. But beyond that, no.
It's only a safety issue in a cartoon.
It's only a safety issue in a cartoon. That's correct. Yes. So in any case, just think about it for a minute before you pull the HR card, because that's a card you can't unpull. And it usually is far more awkward and worse for your relationships with people in your office than if you had just like done the adult thing and actually talked to them about, something.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't take that card back because HR has it on file forever. And also usually, because office gossip, and also especially in small offices, the person who you complained about will probably find out it was you. Mm-hmm. Or at least suspect. So let's just think about that.
Let's just be kind.
Let's be kind to people and assume that they are not trying to ruin your life on purpose with their farts, okay? They're not. They really aren't.
I'm so sorry that this is just
we're just you know what, we're just gonna have
ridiculous.
A good time.
It is a true story and it is ridiculous.
Yep.
And we're just here to have a good time.
That's right. So anyway, we hope this has helped you guys this week. And with that note, I hope you guys have a great weekend and get some farts out with your laughs. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Thanks, Laura. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye. Hey, Shannon, we're doing the Friday thing again.
We are. Real story time.
Okay, this is about using the words always and never in your requests for help, specifically from IT.
Yes. I, as you know, have spent many years in IT in various functions, and I cannot tell you the number of times I have gotten something like what we discussed in the skit.
Yes. Actually, this topic was requested by my husband, who is also in IT and has been for a very long time. Who says that he hates it when somebody says, this always happens and this never works, which is basically the same thing. Because he's like, I can go in to their program and I can see that it does work.
Yes.
And that maybe the problem exists between keyboard and what was it?
The chair. The picnic problem.
The picnic problem.
In chair, not in computer.
Ah, that's a different one. I heard a different acronym.
Yes.
For that.
There's also the 10T error.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. But his point was that he can verify whether the problem always happens.
Yeah. Or if it's just happened once.
Yes. And so that is a trigger word for not taking the person seriously.
Or putting them at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, I was about to say something similar. Or putting them at the bottom of the list next time because it's just not true.
Yes. Yes. And I will say, I think your husband probably gets more of these than I have.
Yeah.
Because our roles are very different and he has to respond to a lot of support tickets.
Mm-hmm.
When I get a support ticket, it's usually because it's been escalated. So by that point, everybody else has tried to solve it. And there really is a deep problem.
Okay. So this is past a help desk ticket issue.
Yeah. Yeah. So your husband's going to see this language in a help desk ticket request, right? And then even if it got elevated to me. So let's say there was a problem. It wasn't an always problem. It's not a never problem, but there is a problem. If somebody in your husband's role escalated to somebody in my role, then that means, yes, there is an issue. But even then, if I go in and I read what's going on and I see these words, I also am not going to be happy because I usually am the person who either designed the software, tested the software, trains people on the software. Like I will know how this works. And I will also know that your always and never statements are completely inaccurate. And I understand that people get frustrated.
Because you wrote the thing.
Yeah. I work with this stuff. I understand that people get frustrated and sometimes their frustration comes out by using exaggerated language. I get that. But when you are talking to IT, very specifically, when you are talking to IT is usually full of people who are extremely analytical. They always want the facts. They want to know exactly step by step how things happened, when it happened, how it happened, because they want to solve the problem. That is literally why we get into IT, is because we are problem solvers. We love solving it.
See, I knew this was a good topic to talk to you about.
It's just, I really enjoy helping people. Like, believe it or not, like most IT people do.
Yeah.
If those people respect our ability to help them and do not use language like this that makes us think that they are less intelligent than they actually are. Because when people come to us and say, this always happens, it never works, they're exaggerators. And sure, they might be frustrated in that moment. And a lot of us have learned over time that's just a frustration thing that's coming out. But there are some IT professionals who have fewer social skills in that area, who take that as you're insulting the thing that I built for you by saying it never works when it works 99.9% of the time. So you are clearly coming at me with this and saying it this way because you do not value the contribution that I am giving to this company and to you and to your workday. Therefore, you are going to the bottom of my list of people to help today. And that's unfortunately a lot of how this can be taken. And really, if you want help from IT, all you have to do is say, hey, here's exactly what happened. And literally, if you put it in bullet points or a numbered list on exactly what you did.
Or screenshot it.
Or both. And you say, I did this, I pushed this button, then this happened, then that happened. And you put in there, this is what I expected to happen versus what did happen. And then you say, it has happened 3 times today. And I've never seen this before, or, this happened yesterday once, but
it happened last week.
It happened last week, but I don't remember when. Like, be honest about how much you know about this. But the biggest thing you can do that will make IT immediately jump on helping you is be specific with exactly what you were doing when this issue occurred and how it happened. And then also tell them if you can reproduce it. If you can reproduce it, it is like magic. Like IT goes, ooh, that means it's a problem I can solve because I can go over there, I can see this is happening, and I know I can fix this. If you tell me, oh yeah, so I'm filing this ticket because this one thing happened. Okay, well, how'd you make the thing happen? Well, I don't know.
But it always happens.
And I don't understand why this thing never works. Okay, well, I just did it and it's working just fine. So you're going to have to tell me how you made that break before I can help you. Well, I don't know. I don't have time to figure that out. Why don't you just go figure it out and make sure this always works, because it never works right now. Yeah, sure. I'm going to get to that.
Yeah. Listener, are you noticing a theme? with this week, but also just with our podcast in general, which is think about other people and try to treat them well. Maybe not with that voice. But,
yeah, I was like, maybe don't use that voice.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a point.
Yes. It really is just about realize that other people who are in like supportive roles to help you.
Yeah.
They generally really do want to help you. So treat them like they are there to be support to you.
Yeah.
Not, beating them upside the head like they're the problem, because they're not. Mm-hmm. They want to help you.
Yeah. And speaking from not necessarily an IT background, but from a customer service in general background, I also would like to help you.
Literally, you're in this job
literally
to help people.
Yes, I'm here to help, and coming at me with an attitude or with exaggerations is not going to help.
Yeah. The good news is that you can actually fix this. If you've overstepped with IT or any other department that supports you, you can absolutely change your relationship with them to make it better, so that you aren't the person who they look and see that a ticket came in from you and they're just like, yeah, I'm going to look at that tomorrow, because you might be that person. So just go to them. It's okay. Like, everybody has things they can improve in life. And that is awesome that we get to continually improve. Just go to them and just say, hey, look, I know that like forever I have been doing this thing.
Forever? That's another exaggeration.
Forever. But if you're exaggerating about your own faults, I feel like that's probably okay.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
Then you go to IT and you're like, I know I always do this.
I never say the right thing.
I never give you the straight answers or information. And I always exaggerate, okay, they might actually find that a little funny that you are talking about exaggerating by exaggerating about your problem.
I used to have a shirt that said hyperbole is the best thing ever.
Yes, exactly. Maybe give them those shirts as like a sorry. Like they would appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's right up IT's humor line, right? And, once you go to them, you say just, hey, look, I know I've got this issue. I know I say these things and that this is not helpful to you, and I'm going to try to be better. So please let me know the next time I ask for help if I'm starting to sound like that. Please remind me that I asked you to tell me when I sounded like I was exaggerating, and that I just need to give you the straight facts, because I really want to work on this so I can be a better coworker to you. I guarantee that will 180%, not 180%, 180 degrees turn around your relationship with them. Like, it'll be amazing. 180% will make your relationship better. So, and honestly, I have had a couple people who've done that, where they came at me hot with something they were frustrated about, way over the top, exaggerating on it. And I very calmly dealt with the situation, but they came back to me later and they were like, you know what? I'm really sorry. That was way too much. And like, I needed to take a step back, and I'm really sorry. I promise next time, I'm going to do better. And you know what? That was all I needed. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I understand people get frustrated. It's all right. But make it right. That's the thing. Make it right and try to do better. That's, let's just do that with each other and relationships in general.
Yeah.
So communication. What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like that's a really good place to wrap this up.
Yeah, I think so too. So, hey, communicate with each other. Be nice to each other.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Be kind.
Yeah, be kind. All right. This episode is the best thing ever. Okay. I'm done now.
All right.
All right. Happy Friday, everybody. We hope you have a great weekend and, stay chill.
See you next week. I couldn't resist.
I appreciated it.
I was debating between the and the.
I appreciate the first one.
Yeah.
That was much more ladylike.
Oh, thank you.
If you just start getting some juicy fart noises, it would have been just too much.
Just go. I can do it.
Wait. That was the best.
All right. Transition. Oh, so we have 2 thanks for listenings every time?
Yep.
Oh. Well,
sometimes.
we doubly thank you for listening then.
We really, really thank you for listening.
We thank you so much for listening. It's important.
Arigato gozaimasu. Gracias. Merci. Dankeschön.
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 Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think of.
I say it in Korean.
I'm trying. No, there's like at least 3 ways to say it in Korean. I can't think right now. We'll just have to go without it.
Yep. I was like, I can't remember anymore.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to catch new episodes of Tips and Skits every Monday and Wednesday, and join us for our Real Story segment and our blooper reel on Fridays.
Want to share your hilarious office stories with us? We might turn them into an episode.
Send us your thoughts and feedback at gsoe@diecastmediagroup.com and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
Special thanks to Rebecca, who created animations for our skits, which you can watch on our YouTube channel. Also, thanks to Wendy, our audio editor, Lelia, our social media manager, and Austin, our technical engineer.
If you would like to support the show, review and share with your friends, or consider supporting us on Patreon, links are in the show notes.
Get Smart Office Edition is a DieCast Media Group production.
Hey.